Perfect. You know, I've never been the smartest person in the world when it comes to schooling and stuff like that, like social studies and stuff like that. And I'm terrible with spellings, and I can never pronounce big words. So, point being said, I've never been a political person, and I don't follow it. Because, well, when you try and read about it, the words are too big, and I can't understand what the words mean. But something's going on in the world that none of us can be unnoticed. In Ukraine, this is my channel. I'll do what I want to do. I'll say what I want to say. If you don't like it, well, the door's that way, or whatever way you want to be. But I just want to put my head down for a few seconds here and give all my positive thoughts to the people of Ukraine. It's a scary thing, and it's a sad thing. So many lives are lost for... I'm not going to get into it, but I'm just going to put my head down. If you guys would like to, I would appreciate it, and the people of Ukraine and the rest of the world would appreciate it too, because it's just so sad. Okay, let's get on with the program. So what you got to do here, let me get this camera set up. Let's get straight into carving fusion. We got a western red cedar log here, okay? You see, I got this Kutzall playbook here. It's made by that company. They're partners with Kutzall. It's real leather, but you don't have that, do you, Rick? So you always got to start off with a plan. So I haven't been chainsaw carving in a while. I'm going to be hurting like freaking hell after today. So here's my plan. I don't have enough wood. Sorry, Scott. I don't have big enough wood to carve a toilet yet, but I will carve a toilet. I promise you that. But this is going to be a plant holder. This log's not wide enough to be a seat. It's western red cedar I got with my buddy Stu up in the interior. But yeah, so it's going to be like a stool on the bottom, and the back's going to be a wood spare. And I could carve a plant holder onto it, the plant pot itself onto it. But, well, this is pretty wet cedar, and it's going to crack, so it would be a shame somebody's put dirt in there, it cracked, and all the dirt fell out. So I hate repairing cracks. So let's just, we'll just make it like this, and people can friggin' put their own pot on it. So it will look like a seat, but this log's not, it's not wide enough to make it a seat. If I already didn't say that, duh! Okay, so the normal height of a seat or a bench is 15 inches, I believe. We can go higher here, because like I said, this is only, let's see here. This is 14 inches wide. And how tall is this? It is 50 inches tall. So they're normally 15 inches. So what I'm going to do here is mark 15. You can make it a little bit taller if you want. But that's it there, 15 inches. So what I'm going to do is I got a center line here. Oh, it's perfect. Cracks are already going this way. Yeah, what am I doing? I forget what I'm doing. Okay, let's see here. Center line. So I don't need the whole center line. What I want to do here is actually, I'm going to get the camera. So I'm going to cut all this wood away down here. This whole block's going to be taken out, okay? It's been like a month since I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while. But I want to make, for the very beginning Dremel carvers or wood chainsaw carvers, so there's going to be a wood spirit on this like I showed you. So the easiest face to carve from is when you start off with a triangle, okay? I don't know, but just start off with a triangle. Don't try and carve a face on a flat board. That's the hardest face there is to carve. And if I'm a little bit wonky today, I haven't slept all night, so yeah, we'll just carry on. So I want to make this I can see the cracks are already going here. I want to make this, so here's the center line here, but I want to make it triangle for when I carve the face, okay? So what's my best bet? My best bet is to do, because then I can do one big slice down here and I'll have this piece of wood for another day. Then I'll come back and I'll cut these triangles out. I guess. I don't know. I'm going to be using my, so you see that? So I'll do one slice down. I could cut it here all the way across like this. Then cut it across here. But then you're losing wood, right? Like it's nice to keep all this wood. It's pretty tight growth cedar. Western red cedar. I'm going to be using my, what saw? I even forget the name of my chainsaw. I'll grab it. It's a Stihl. Okay, so I got my Stihl 034 here. This is probably my favorite chainsaw. Well, they're all my favorite. And here's a 24-inch Canon carving bar. I think the chain's sharp. I don't know. I'll try it out. If it's not sharp, I'm going to have to stop and sharpen it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lay this log down. And I always have a problem because I'm left-handed and these saws are right-handed saws, right? I always have a problem cutting straight. That's my excuse. So I'm going to lay this log down and do that cut right there. Just get it over with. So this is how you do it. Like that. Oh, yeah! Okay. Okay. So, I just sat on this. This could be a seat, just for like around a campfire, just something to have in your yard. But because you can sit on that, but it just doesn't leave you much room to slope the back of the seat there. And I left lots of bulk here. So I cut that deeper in there so that can put the planter on there. Then I left lots of bulk here to carve the face. So what I got to do now is flip this piece over and carve the legs out. Okay, for all you smarty pants that call yourself smarter than me, yes, I could have cut the legs in first, but I didn't want to because I'm so heavy on stuff. When I was cutting this top out, I didn't want to break the legs, so that's why I'm doing the legs right now. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I guess I'll just have like a leg here, a leg here, leg here, and leg here. Just keep it simple, right? I did want to have like one here, one here, one here, one here, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not smart enough to do that. You see this big stump here, the western red cedar that I slabbed up, skinned it a couple weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago. I made it so I've left it out so hopefully sun can hit this crack, the center here. Fuck, man, I can't fucking talk for the... Still got to leave it out because I want to know where the crack's going to be so I can carve the opposite side. So if it's going to crack here, well, then I can carve here and it's safe, right? Because I hate repairing cracks. But anyways, on with this. So it's good enough. It was all fun until Jordy hit the jaw horse. Yeah, anyways, I'll flip it over and see how it looks. Actually, sorry, I can't flip it over yet because I want to do this part when it's still upside down. It's easier to do. So you can see what I got going on here. I want to take this leg in a bit more because you want to make it look like this is separate from the legs. So this part overhangs, and I got to take all this stuff off too. So I'm going to cut these in, take this off, then I'll flip it over. And I'm going to do that with my little Echo 2511. Hi, wee wee. Hi, Brian. Midnight Shadow. Okay, there we go. Now let's flip it over. Here you go. Okay, so I got it on my new my new jack. I got to still screw these boards down there, so I just use that clamp. But anyways, I'm going to turn this around now and carve a wood spirit. Just have fun. Okay, let's do a full 360 of this thing first. So I'm going to leave the bark on the back. I don't know, I think it just gives character. Or maybe I should take the bark off the back so the front of it doesn't crack. I'll probably have to take the bark off. But anyways, you can see what's going on here. I might shave some more of this off inside later. Like make it more round in here for the pot. What would be really good for this is like if somebody planted a vine to grow a nice vine around here when it's all done. So now's the time that you got to be creative. Oh, also something that I noticed at the center of the woods here, so I'm not going to worry about this cracking too much, but I can see a crack. Where was it? Right here. So the crack's going to go here and travel up here. So always look at the center of your wood for the new wood carvers to see where the crack's going. See it? So that's just going to go right up there. Follow the crack. Anyways, have fun. Draw your wood spirit on. It doesn't have to be a wood spirit. It can be whatever you want it to be. I just carved Rob. He just messaged me. So let's always start off with our center line. Okay. Let's see if I can get a wider view here. Oh, not that way. Oh, that's about as wide as it's going to get. So where do we want its eyes? I don't know. Let's just have fun. This doesn't need to be a remarkable, amazing carving. Let's give some room on the sides too so we can make his hair flow up, and then we'll fill this whole piece up with beard hairs and hair hairs and mustache hairs, and let's give him a nice big fat nose. Roll his mustache off to the sides like a normal mustache does. Try and make them equal. So that's kind of messed up, but you can see my point here. So now I'm going to do a super time lapse with my 2511. Actually, what I'll do first is I'll show the beginning carvers with the chainsaws how I block it out. I'll do all my cuts in real time. I don't care how long this video is. So I'll do all my cut. I'm going to cut on the outside. I'll just show you what I'm doing at real time so you can kind of see. I hope I can remember it's filming and not be in front of the camera. Fire the cameraman. And you always got to remember about depth, right? So like what I got here, I got 9 inches in the center part, but you don't want to cut through it. But if you cut through it, who cares, right? Like, who cares? It's a freaking yard piece to go in somebody's garden with a friggin' vine pot leaf thing on it. stop and sharpen my chain. Just talk a few minutes about sharpening your chain. You guys, most of you guys know that I use a Dremel to sharpen my chain. It's not the best way. The best way is obviously with a file, but this works the best for me, okay? So I don't use those stone burrs anymore. Just Carve Rob told me I should use these diamond burrs, and I really like them. I just put some oil on my chain first and just go really slow with these, and they last a lot longer. And why I like the diamond burrs is because the stone burrs, when you use the stone burrs, they get thinner, right? So they don't stay true form. So when you're sharpening your chain, it's going to be thinner on some cuts, right? You want it to be the same on every cut, right? So these diamond burrs are really good. You can find them on Amazon or eBay. So thanks for that tip, Just Carve Rob. And my other friend, good friend, Chris Garage, I think it's Chris Garage 78, he's been using chainsaws and stuff his whole life. He does his sharpening with a file, which is the best way. But he knows that I use this Dremel. So I knew about this little, it's a Dremel attachment, okay? So you can see the lines on there. So don't feel like you're stupid if you need to use this. I don't need to use it, okay? I do not need to use it because I got, what's it called, muscle memory and brain memory. So I know how to keep the same angle every time. But these lines here, so let me see if I can show you. I'm not going to do it, but you see this line, okay? So this line right here where my thumb is rubbing, okay? See that line? The closest one to me. So all you do is put your thing in there and you keep this line straight to the bar. See how that line, you don't do it like that. That's not right. This is 30 degrees, okay? Don't do it like that. That's not right. And just go like this, in and out a few times, okay? That's it. Just keep it on that line and keep it straight flush to the bar, and you're going to get a perfect cut every single time. I'll show you guys me doing it, but just for all the haters out there, remember I'm holding my camera with one hand. I'm doing this with another hand. Normally my camera hand would be holding the chain tight. There you go. I hope you guys were able to see that. There you go. There's your block out. Okay, so I'm going to be using my die grinder with this burnt out Kutzall bit to shape the face. I might use this cheap grinder with a 36 grit sanding disc on here. And yeah, so I'll get the face shaped out. And I'll be wearing my dust mask. I'll show you. Anybody that's does serious carving, this is like a $500 helmet or $400 in America, but I tell you, it's worth it. Trend, it pushes air in. You see there's filters here? It pushes air in so it doesn't get that foggy. It's winter time right now, so it will get a little bit foggy, but you just have to know how to breathe properly. So I know I look like an alien when I'm wearing this. It's not about looks, people. It's about having fun and being safe and adding years to your life. So if I got to buy one of these masks once a year, I will. Okay, so I was getting a little bit carried away there and I made a couple bad cuts. Well, I made one bad cut. It was right on this side. See how that's all taken out? Now this guy looks like a turban head. So I took that side out. So I made it equal with this side. Don't care. Still a unique piece. Somebody would love to have it in their garden with a vine growing on it or a pot plant or whatever they want to have. If pot's legal in their country anyways. All right, it is time to move forward. I got my cheap Wen Dremel hanging up there with a Dremel flex shaft and a Kutzall carving burr, the extreme flame burr. Zoom in. Anyways, I'm going to carve the eyes in. I won't film. This video is probably getting too long. Carve the eyes in, burn the details in, no pupils, and burn it, flaps on it, friggity frick, done. Okay, so this took 3.5 hours. I started at 7 this morning. Oh, maybe 7:30, but about 7. It's 10:30 now, so 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. So yeah, 3.5 hours. I like it. It could be a seat for a little kid. If I was going to carve a cedar or something like that, I would probably try and get a thicker piece of wood. So let me get this off this piece of wood. We'll set it on the ground and take a look. Oof. Oof. You already got your dog bone. Okay. So that's going to be a wrap today. I put a tarp on this so maybe it can sweat a bit and the crack will form. It's going to crack when it wants to crack. But I got a lot of friends right now. Yeah, springtime's coming, so I'm stockpiling. I got a couple in there too. I got these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got like 10 carvings ready to go. Here's this one. Sure looks a lot smaller now. It's 4 feet. I forget what the first measurement was, but this is 4 feet 1 inch. Let me close this door behind me because you get better lighting for some strange reason. Let's do a full 360. I like it. I'm going to do another one when I get a thicker stump, and it will be a chair. There's your side view, just carve her up. I left some of the bark on it. That light's on too. I got to turn that light off. Here's that extra piece of wood I got. Make a wicked tree or a nice wood spirit on the front, whatever you want to do. That's it. So how about I put my camera in the tripod and sit on it? Okay. You guys know I told you at the beginning of the video, it's not a seat, it's a flower pot holder. It's fit for a king. Maybe a midget king. I don't know, are we allowed to say the word midget anymore? Are they still called midget, or are they just called little people? No offense if you're not allowed to say midget anymore. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say human anymore. Oh. So yeah, the nose digs in your back. But that's it, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. When you watch this video, I'll be on Vancouver Island looking for driftwood, barbecue and hot dogs in Port Renfrew with my buddy Tim. Maybe a couple of his friends, maybe his little boy, maybe his wife. Who knows? Anyways, carve and fusion. Abra cadabra. You see this big piece of red cedar I got here? I cut it up a couple weeks ago, just skinned it a bit. It's a big stump, western red cedar, if I didn't say it. Fuck.